Hi, and welcome back to It Figures. Tonight I have a review for Bird Person. And Bird Person comes from the show Rick and Morty. And if you would like to see the packaging on this, take a look at the first review of Rick, and I show it off in more detail. However, right now, we are going to open up Bird Person. Bird Person is one of my favorite characters on Rick and Morty. And so happy that they put him in this first line of figures. The really strange thing about Bird Person is this. If you remember the old Buck Rogers show, there was a character on there named the Hawk, or just Hawk. And that's basically where I think this figure came from. I think they based this off of that character. Because if you've watched the show, which hopefully you have, because it's one of the best or the best animated shows ever made, that Bird Person has a ship also very similar to Hawk's. Now this is the last figure that I have reviewed in the first line of figures, and it's absolutely the most detailed one as well. Because Bird Person is actually pretty well detailed in the show. Speaking of detail, let's take a look at it. So he has feathers for hairs, and he has that serious face with the big nose, and has sort of the feather coming out of the cowl. I like how they did the gloved feathers for his hands. And what I love about these figures is, you know, they are from the show. So they're very cartoony, of course, because they are exactly like the show. So let's take a look at the back of Bird Person. As you can see, he actually does have his wings, and they are pretty well detailed, as is the back of his head. And inside the package, you can't really tell this, and I didn't even know the figure did this, but check this out. Bam! Both of his wings actually come out. Pretty cool. As for paint, he is really well painted. There's a few scuffs here and there, nothing really too bad, but a lot of this, like the other figures, are molded plastic, so they are actually molded in the color of the figure. Here is his wings spread out in the back of the figure. As for articulation, his head goes back and forth. It's not really ball jointed, it just rotates back and forth. His shoulder joints, however, are ball jointed. Elbows do bend, wrists do turn, waist does not turn, knees and feet also rotate, and of course the wings do spread out. Joints are a little loose on the figure, nothing terrible. His leg joints are kind of loose, and he will stand on his own, and as you can see he is standing, but mostly because of the wings are holding him up. And the wings are pretty thick, heavy plastic, so that is one of the reasons why you can spread the wings out, but it'll take you a few minutes to get him in that pose where he will stand without falling over. But for the most part, standability isn't terrible. Alright, so let's open up the old Figometer and see how Bird Person stacks up. Paint, it's good, not great. There are some scuffs here and there, but it's not a big deal. But still, there are a few scuffs, so paint gets a 4 out of 5. Sculpting, yeah, this is Bird Person. Did a fantastic job on him. A 5 out of 5. Articulation, a little loose. Could be a little bit better. Articulation gets a 4 out of 5. Standability, that's another one. He will stand with the wings behind him. When you spread out the wings, it's going to take you a few minutes, because if he's loose, like this figure, he will probably fall over. So our standability gets a 3 out of 5. Accessories, I didn't talk about because he only comes with this, which is 1 foot from the Snowball figure, which the next review I will do will be the complete Snowball figure, because I do have all the parts for him. Accessories, I'm not even going to review because it's just a foot. There you go. There is Bird Person from Rick and Morty. Absolutely love the character in the show. Love the figure. I'm so glad they actually came out with him in the first series. And hopefully you loved this review enough to hit that subscribe button so I can see you next time. And the next review will be of Snowball, because I do have all the parts to Snowball, and Snowball will be put together. I will see you next time on